My name is Ellie Chase, and I live here in Windermere, Florida, Orange County, and live in a beautiful community surrounded by trees and dirt roads, and I've lived here for 25 years, and I've raised my family here, so I feel very blessed to do that.
And so why did your family choose Windermere as a home?
I came here as a bride, and my husband, Frank, grew up here in Windermere. And when we got married, this was the place to come. He had purchased a home that he was remodeling and going to sell. And when we decided to get married, I said, oh, this is where we need to stay and raise our family.
And so what is the biggest change you have seen in Windermere since you arrived?
I would have to say the traffic. As everything develops and grows to our little community, there are only 3 ways in and out of town, and it's just, as everything is developed within the surrounding area, Lake County, not just Orange County, but there's just so much growth, and we are a cut-through, so it's the traffic. So.
And what did you do for fun when you first got here?
Oh, Windermere is surrounded by lakes, and so we spent a lot of time in the water, fishing and skiing, and just sitting down by the lakes with friends and neighbors, and our sons, just walking to the parks and spending a lot of time on the dirt roads, them learning how to ride their bikes, and so we just spent a lot of time outside. So.
And what are your 2 favorite places in Windermere?
Ooh, that would have to be the Windermere Public Library. Spent a lot of time here, still do. We would come every Wednesday when my boys were infants, even when they were tiny infants, would come because it was a place for me to meet other young mothers, and we would come to story time, and we did that faithfully until they hit kindergarten in this room here. And we were up here all the time, and even when it was closed, we would come up because it was the only real paved area, the parking lot. So on Sundays and Mondays, we would bring their big wheels, and they would ride around and around and around. And this is also where they learned to ride their bikes on the parking lot up here at the library. So it has a lot of great memories. And it still is a great place to come. I work at a preschool, so I'm a preschool teacher, and I come up here to check out books, not just for myself, but for my class. And when our sons were home from college this spring break, they came up here to study and do their work, so they still use the library a lot. So it's a special place.
And so what is one place that you wish was still around, and why?
It's kind of a tough question, because there are places that I wish were still here, but I don't think it would work because of all of our growth. We loved having the Ready Market downtown, but because with so much growth, it would be just too congested. When the post office moved out of town, because it was centralized, it was such a meeting place for people to see your neighbors, on a regular basis, because most everybody had a P.O. box. So it was just a nice meeting place. And when they moved it, you kind of lost that. That was kind of the beginning. And then when Ready Market moved out also, that was the next step. But they needed to move on. And then we have a little historic building. It used to be the original post office, and then it was turned into a little thrift store, Finders Keepers, with Alice Marshall. And she has used to have a swing out front, a bench swing, and a beautiful cedar tree out there. And that was a big meeting place for everybody. And that's where you met people also, because she knew everybody. So if somebody would walk by, she'd introduce you to them, and you know, our kids would run around on the basketball courts and be at the library and finders keepers with Alice, and it's just a nice little community, you know, and place to meet new people and see old friends.